I'm staying at the Harrison Hotel in Belfast, and by all standards, it's a quite unique experience. The individually styled rooms, antique furniture, and a myriad of quirky details. Nothing here is merely functional. I had a great night's sleep, but it's morning now, and I'm hungry. Time for breakfast. The room is equipped with a graceful little tea set that comes with the tiniest milk bottle I've ever seen. Of course, you can order the breakfast tray to your room, but having breakfast downstairs just looks more exciting. The king of breakfast here is their granola with fruit dish. And even though I'm not a pancake person, pancakes at Harrison's are another level.
So yes, I hated staying in the conventional hotels. I used to have to travel a lot for business, and I just was thinking, you know, why do they have to be designed in such this way and very formal and clinical? So I wanted to, you know, really design a place that I would like to stay, my friends would like to stay, full of stories, full of personality, full of character. And a lot of people told me that I shouldn't be using antique furniture, it would be a disaster or whatever, but I just thought I would just try it out and I would buck the trend and go against the rules of Belfast hotels and make the Harrison. Do you like it?
I think it works.
Did you have a comfortable sleep?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And of course your bed's from 1850s. So a very old bed indeed. Yeah, so I just feel that this building that we're in at the Harrison is just full of stories. I think of it as a big storybook, and each of the rooms are chapters. Each one has its own story of someone who's linked with Belfast, usually an artist or a writer or somebody creative. Housekeeping. Oh, the lavatory room is empty. So this is one of our famous artists, Sir John Lavery. So John Lavery married a very beautiful woman called Hazel, and he got married to her, and then her image was on the Pont Note before it became euros. So she was the quintessential Irish beauty, but actually she was American, so that's quite funny. You know, everything is a little conversation piece, and it's just packed full of personality, and that's what makes it fun for me to work in these surroundings, and I hope it's fun for the guests. So this room was designed by Grania Maher, local fashion designer, and she designed the wallpaper, the lampshades, the whole textiles and everything. So this is what we call punk baroque.
You get any famous people in here?
Yeah, we get plenty of famous people, and actually there's going to be a movie that's going to come out hopefully in the summer, and Christoph Waltz, him and Lucy Liu are doing a movie called Old Guy, and he wakes up in the Ruby Murray suite in a boutique hotel, and that sets the scene for the entire movie. So Ruby Murray, who just lived very short distance from here, half a mile from here, she had 5 hits in the top 20 in the 1950s. She was a complete beauty and legend. everybody's treated as if they are a famous person at the Harrison.
Oh, if I ever get famous, I'm safe.
Yeah. You are famous. So, the father of the Bronte famous writers, Charlotte, Emily, and Anne, he was called Patrick Bronte, and he was from County Down, very close to here. Charlotte actually married his curate, who was from County Antrim here, and they did come to Ireland on their honeymoon before she sadly died. You know, the Bronte children all died very young, but the father lived to quite an old age. And we're here in Belfast. It's Music Week, and music is really so important for Belfast. We've just got awarded UNESCO City of Music, and this is a very special week of the year where we've got 75 bands playing in different venues around the city, and one of the venues will be the Harrison on the very final night. We'll have some new and up-and-coming bands.
In here?
In here, yes.
Wow.
It's going to be all unplugged, acoustic, up-and-coming, unknown bands.
Oh, right. That's exciting.
Yeah, so a lot of musicians, a lot of artists, a lot of anyone who with creative or artistic tastes likes to stay at the Harrison. So
It's great.
So here we have the John Hewitt Suite, and John Hewitt actually lived in this building from 1936 to 1939 with his wife Roberta. As well as being a poet, he actually was the artistic director of the Ulster Museum across the road here. So you can see this is a sculpture of John Hewitt here. This is a good likeness done by a local artist, Anto Brennan. And it was very influential with an artist called John Luke. And John Luke did this beautiful painting, which we blew up into a mural, and this is of a local scene. It's just around the corner here. You've got the Edenderry Mill, so Belfast was Linenopolis. We were huge for linen, and this is the towpath where the horses would have towed the barges up and down the river. So you're staying in the J.B. Yeats room. J.B. Yeats was a very famous artist with even more famous sons. His sons were W.B. Yeats, the poet, and Jack Yeats, the painter. So really with your room, it's full of little pieces of art, with the lovely soft blue colour up in the clouds with the flowers. So that's the inspiration behind it. And actually how I designed that room was with there's a little book, you'll see in the room, a little blue book, and I copied the colour of the book, so I decorated the entire room around a little Yeats poetry book. Okay. Usually people do it the other way around, to buy their books to match their room. I do my rooms to match the book, because the books are very important at the Harrison. Samuel Beckett was educated in Northern Ireland at Pretoria Royal School, the same school as Oscar Wilde went to. He then went on to teach French at Campbell College here, about 4 miles away. And he's very famous for getting into big trouble at Campbell, because on the day that he arrived, the headmaster said, "Mr. Beckett, I hope that you know that you're teaching the cream of Ulster." And Samuel Beckett replied, "Yes, rich and thick." So he didn't last very long in that job.
Sounds like me.
You see, we don't have TVs, which is...
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
It's very controversial. A lot of people told me that I wouldn't be able to do that, and I couldn't get away with not having televisions in the rooms. But we have books, we have radios, we have card games, we have board games.
And record player.
And a record player in the Ruby Murray.
Yeah.
And, of course, you can look out the window and people watch, which is a favourite pastime of mine.
I love the view. I got myself a room with a view.
Yes.
And with a story.
Yes, exactly.
You travel, you stay in hotels that sooner or later all fade away and are before long forgotten. Not the Harrison. It is an absolute adventure.